more while I'm at work. I'm going to go get the round table and move it over here for the bed so I can anticipate putting the computer next to the bed while I'm recovering from bunion surgery and my foot needs to be higher than my heart. I'm going to see if I can't sit in the rocking chair, prop my foot on the bed on pillows, and actively work, sit up, and work at the computer. Let's see, what else? Somebody wants some attention here. Something else. I'm going to pause this for a moment. Minnow kind of made me lose my train of thought. I remember. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to Joann's to get some cheap synthetic embroidery thread so that I could start practicing my stitches with that, and then order the silk thread. Once I got a better bead on the visual for the snake embroidery that I want to do on silk with silk thread. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Minnow? Is it time for us to go outside? Yes. Yes. Okay. So we're going to go get our show on the road.
Welcome to the week that takes you as a Piscean through to the 30th of October 2017. This week, Mercury trines Neptune, Mars enters Libra, and the Sun moves into Scorpio before catching up to conjunct Jupiter. Now here is a forecast that Jonathan recorded that will help guide you through these events.
There are 7 billion people on the planet, so that's 14 billion eyes, 14 billion ears, 7 billion stomachs, 7 billion hearts, 7 billion minds, and they don't all see eye to eye, they don't all agree with each other. Even half the eyes don't see eye to eye with the other half of the eyes. And somewhere in amongst those 7 billion hearts and those 7 billion minds are the differences between hearts and minds, and the ways in which they don't always agree, and they don't even work with each other as well as they could. Somebody very wise said that really you should let your heart pick your direction in life, and your mind be the tool by which you implement that direction. If you go the other way around, if you try and make the heart the servant of the mind, you soon come into some difficulty. But the mind makes a very good servant of the heart, the intellect, the thought process, the problem solver. But of course the problem solver can also be the problem creator. And one thing that the problem solver is very good at doing is finding fresh problems. It creates as many as it fixes. And one way in which it does it is it exercises a degree of skepticism or cynicism. Now we have to have a bit of this. If we run ourselves a bath and we don't test it first to see whether or not it's too hot, we may well regret not being a little suspicious. And if we encounter a situation that we're not sure of course caution is advisable. But then there's this tendency to doubt everything, to see the potential worst in every situation, to feel somehow as though there are things we can't trust and things we mustn't believe. And if we subscribe too heavily to that way of looking at life, we deprive ourselves of something very precious, the opportunity to be surprised and to be delighted. I'm kind of edging you now towards the notion that some forgiveness and some tolerance needs to be injected into a situation where a wall has been built, a defence has been put up, a feeling of you standing in an area of seeming safety, but which has actually become more of a prison than a fortress. Consider that, and consider too, over the course of the coming week, the way in which the pivotal point is arriving in your life. There are decision days every day of our life. There are moments where with one choice we can send the future in one particular direction, and we only to choose something else, it would all be different. And it's not usually little things like what breakfast cereal are we going to have or what should we put on our toast, which tend to make that difference. They tend to be pretty big choices. We tend to know when we're making those, and we tend to make those often from a sense of trying to be clever about what can't happen. We don't want to be disappointed, so we don't set ourselves up for a fall. We don't want to put ourselves in a position where things go wrong, so we do what we think will go right. But you have to take a brave leap of faith. You have to take a decision this week which involves envisaging the very best way the future can turn out and then deciding to work towards that dream. If you can, others will support you, and you in turn can support others in fulfilling their dreams, and something difficult can yet turn into something magical. And on that note, I'll finish your forecast. Till this time next week, good luck, take very good care of yourself, and thank you for listening.
Welcome to the week that takes you as a Piscean through to the 30th of October 2017. This week, Mercury trines Neptune, Mars enters Libra, and the Sun moves into Scorpio before catching up to conjunct Jupiter. Now here is a forecast that Jonathan recorded that will help guide you through these events.
There are 7 billion people on the planet, so that's 14 billion eyes, 14 billion ears, 7 billion stomachs, 7 billion hearts, 7 billion minds, and they don't all see eye to eye, they don't all agree with each other. Even half the eyes don't see eye to eye with the other half of the eyes. And somewhere in amongst those 7 billion hearts and those 7 billion minds are the differences between hearts and minds, and the ways in which they don't always agree, and they don't even work with each other as well as they could. Somebody very wise said that really you should let your heart pick your direction in life, and your mind be the tool by which you implement that direction. If you go the other way around, if you try and make the heart the servant of the mind, you soon come into some difficulty. But the mind makes a very good servant of the heart, the intellect, the thought process, the problem solving.